What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and a brilliant New Year. We're in 2022 now. It's really exciting. I am so pumped for this year. I've got a lot planned. I've got a lot of work already booked in, which is going to be really exciting. I'm actually off to a new country this month. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm going to be out there filming, flying the drone and all that sort of stuff. But I'll make a video about that nearer the time and maybe a little vlog whilst I'm out there. Depends, see how busy I am. But let's get into today's video. So you've read the title. You know what we're about to talk about. How to start a photography business in 2022. Now, photography and creating, let's be honest, it's quite a saturated market. And I've learned that pretty well the last 2 years. I've been running my photography and videography business for just under 2 years now. I quit my job the day before lockdown and I've learned a lot of things, some through mistakes and some things through experience. I probably picked the worst possible time to quit my job and start my own business, literally quitting my job the day before lockdown. But it threw me in the deep end, and I think that was the best decision I ever made because it sort of forced me to learn these particular things that I'm going to be going through in today's video. Every successful business needs a solid foundation, particularly in times like these. So in today's video, I'm going to be going through my plan, giving you this plan to turn your passion for photography into an exciting venture. So as we're all creative, pour out some coffee, hit that like button and get a pen and sit tight because we're going to be going through quite a few tips on how to launch a successful photography business. Let's roll the intro. Feels good to say that. I haven't said that in a while. So welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for joining me for another video. We're going to get straight into the content, but before we do, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Connor Wells. I am a photographer, videographer, and podcast producer, and I make videos about those 3 different subjects every single week. So if that is something you're into, please do consider subscribing. So let's get into the video. So tip number 1 is identify your niche, or niche, however you say it. I don't know, but I say niche. Identify your niche. If you're starting out with basically a blank slate, you've discovered you've got a passion for photography, identifying your niche is a really good sort of fundamental foundation for starting a successful photography business, and particularly when defining your photography business. Ask yourself, what do you love to shoot? If it's something you feel you'll never ever get bored of, that you could talk to your friends and family about for hours and never get bored of talking about that subject or shooting that subject, then that's probably going to be your niche. So if you love taking pictures of cars, if you love doing food photography, if you love taking pictures of people, it's probably going to be portrait photography. Identify what it is that you really love to shoot and then sort of narrow down on that. Photographers starting out will often make the mistake of trying to do it all. This mistake stems from the fear that if you say no to an opportunity, you've missed out on a chance to grow your business. But being a jack of all trades and shooting anything and everything, for example, landscape photography, macro, stock photos, portraits and weddings, it won't get you a solid client base that can rely on you for work. So if you find yourself really enjoying taking portraits, then you probably want to be a portrait photographer or a food photographer, a product photographer, and maybe try and stick to those things. Choosing a specific niche, for example, we'll use food photography, really allows you to focus all of your energy, all your creative energy and learning and education into perfecting that craft of food photography. If you do that, you can basically sort of market yourself as a, for example, food photography specialist. Once you've really focused on what your niche is and you shoot nothing but your niche, then you can really sort of market yourself as a specialist in that sort of subject, for example, food photography or product photography. Tip number 2 is develop a business plan. There's no shortage of advice on the steps you should take for launching a photography business, but above all else, a business plan is absolutely vital. It is key. It is a must-have when launching a business. A business plan basically outlines all of your services, what you stand for as a business, as a photographer, and what you hope to achieve. It's an opportunity to organize your thoughts on paper. Think of it like a roadmap to success. A good business plan guides you to your goals and helps you track your progress, allowing you to recalibrate your professional objectives along the way. It lays out what your business is and how it will be profitable, establishing things like expenses, competition and pricing, and so on and so on. A well thought out business plan should include a few key things, and I'm going to go through them now. An executive summary. What is the purpose of your business? A business description, like what type of photography business are you? Portrait, product, food photography. That's your business description. So if someone asks, what do? You can say, I am a portrait photographer, I am a wedding photographer, and so forth. You need to outline your products and services. What are your products? What are your services? This section of your business plan is where you can provide a comprehensive pricing model for the types of sessions and services you offer. For example, couple sessions, wedding packages, portrait sessions, and so forth and so forth. Market analysis. Who is your target audience? What does your competition look like? What's the going rate for photos you'll be directly up against? Marketing strategies. Marketing strategies is absolutely vital. It is key. And even if you don't have a budget, there is still so much you can do. Marketing strategies are there to ensure a continuous flow of new and repeat clients. It's essential to engage in continuous marketing efforts. This could include something like email marketing. I have a mailing list and newsletter where you can sign up on my website below. Link is on the screen now, and it's connorwells.com. And I send out newsletter at the end of every month, basically recapping what sort of work I've done that month, any offers, videos you might have missed, and I also send out exclusive sort of like discount codes, offers and referral schemes to my current clients. So if they refer somebody else, they'll get a discount on their next booking with me. Now, social media as well. Post on your Instagram, post behind the scenes. I'm recording this video right now and I've already posted it behind the scenes on my Instagram stories talking about this video and what I'm recording. So get active on social media, make yourself part of your brand as well. And the last one is timelines. Setting timelines is key to staying on top of your business goals. Whether you're tracking your marketing, financial or operational goals, using a good timeline and management tool is a great way to sort of track your progress and growth as a business. Now, tip number 3 is get your camera gear ready. If you're a professional photographer, chances are you already have the essential equipment. For example, a camera body, a couple of lenses, maybe some lights, some backgrounds, props, and all those sorts of things. Those are sort of like the basic things you'll need to get your photography business off the ground. What you need will also depend on what your niche of photography is. For example, if you're a food photographer, maybe you'll want macro lenses so you can capture those really fine details of foods. If you're a portrait photographer, maybe you'll need like an 85mm. If you're a landscape photographer, a nice wide angle lens, and so on and so on. You get the picture, but focus on like what gear you're going to need that will actually help you get from A to B in a really, really good way. And simple editing software like Lightroom or Photoshop. Those sorts of things will be more than enough to get your photography business started. Now, I'm going to address a common myth that you need to buy the best gear to start out. That's not true, like, at all. Avoid overspending on photography gear that you do not need when starting out. Think about buying used. I have bought pretty much all of my lenses used. I've bought a couple of camera bodies new, but most of my lenses I bought secondhand from places like Camera World, which is an amazing camera shop, not sponsored, amazing camera shop in my town, and also Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is a great way to get like used camera gear at a pretty decent price. I got my 70-200, which is sitting on the shelf right in front of me. I got that from Facebook Marketplace. I've got a wide angle lens behind my script, and that was from a used camera shop. So buy used. As long as it's in good condition, you will actually save yourself a load of money. Tip number 4 is build a website. Once you've established your brand, it's time to build a website. And building a website, I'm going to be honest, it is so easy these days. There are so many services like Wix and Squarespace. I personally use Wix. They've got some fantastic templates. I rely on Wix so much for my business. Their help team are always there on hand if my website goes down or if there's problems or things I don't know. I can manage my invoices through them. I can send my email marketing campaigns out through Wix. Not an ad, I just really rate Wix. It's a fantastic service. Now, listen close. We're going to come in close. We're going to zoom in, keep it coming. There we go. Social media is not your portfolio. A website is an opportunity to show off your best work, including your online portfolio. Ensure your work is up to date and features curated images that make an impact. Now myself, personally, I update my portfolio every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm pretty busy with photo shoots, so that means I need to update my portfolio every few weeks and choose the best photos, not all of them, but the best photos from each session, and I'll update them, maybe remove some, but I don't want my portfolio to be too clustered. As you can see on my website right now, there's a good handful of pictures on my portrait section, mixture of males, females, and a bunch of different scenery as well. You've got woodland shoots, you've got industrial shoots, you've got all sorts on there, and it's a nice varied portfolio of portrait photos. A strong website should also establish you as an authority. In other words, it positions you and your work in a way that leads the reader to conclude that you are an expert in your field. Lastly, your website should encourage people to take action, whether it's sign up to your mailing list, go on to online booking services with you and book a shoot with you, maybe check out your products, maybe prints, Lightroom presets, and all those sorts of things. It should have call to actions on your site on every single page, whether it's just opening a photo to enlarge it bigger so they can really pixel peep. I know I do. That's just me though. But your website should guide your potential clients from an inquiry to a full-on photo session booking. And tip number 5 is network. Now, I love talking about networking. I've been to loads of different networking events. I've actually spoken at a couple of networking events in my area, mainly about YouTube and how businesses should be on YouTube. I'm actually thinking of making that as a course and how YouTube can benefit your business, particularly a photography business, because I think still, even though many people are on YouTube, I think it's still a very underutilized business tool. So if you want to see that, do let me know in the description below and I'll get working on that. Let's get back to networking. I love it. It's such a great opportunity to get business and help other people as well. Me, myself, I am all about and all over community over competition, which is actually why I've made a Facebook group for creatives called Create, Sleep, Repeat. It's a little Facebook group filled with photographers, videographers, and a couple of podcasters actually as well, where they can promote their work, get critique and constructive criticism on their shoot, ask questions and advice, and just basically a great place to network. And I've actually gotten people a few bits of work from those shoots. When I was away on my honeymoon, I posted a few jobs into that Facebook group because I couldn't cover them. I was still getting inquiries, so I posted them in the group and I sent those inquiries to other photographers in that group. So if you're interested, feel free to join my Facebook group, Create, Sleep, Repeat. It's a really cool sort of community over there. I'm really pleased with that, and it's growing every day. It's also a really good idea to get to know your other local photographers in your area, because you never know, you might actually end up working with them down the line. Now, me myself, I've actually worked with about 10 different local photographers and videographers in my area, whether it's being behind the scenes shooter, second shooter, main shooter, director of photography, DOP. It's just great to network because you never know, you might get asked to do some work with someone, and the art of collaboration is just fantastic, and you're going to have a lot more fun, and you'll actually probably improve yourself as a photographer when you're collaborating with other people. When you encourage and help aspiring entrepreneurs, it speaks volumes about your character, not only as a person, but as a business. It shows that you're not only out for yourself, but you're willing to help and invest in others. So those are my 5 tips to get your photography business off to the right start in 2022. It's going to be an epic year for all of us, and I hope those tips help you. If you enjoyed this video and got some value from it and learned something, please do me a solid and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It also helps the YouTube algorithm. I think you can say that in videos now, and it pushes this video out to more people. I've got lots of other videos just like this over on my YouTube channel, so I'm going to leave one in the card up there. So I'll see you over there.